Alright, welcome back. Previously, we deployed the document store at this address, and we also inserted the DNS record into our DNS to bind it to this document store. So what we are going to do now is to create the raw document and issue it on the document store. So to do that, we need to fill in a few key information first. So there's this part on declaring the template. This will tell you like which website it should be rendering the template from, and then on the issuer, it will also tell you information about the issuer. Okay, so recall that yesterday we had this thing, this document. So what we are going to do now is to actually export this as a JSON file, right? Right, seems pretty much JSON already. What we can do is we can copy the whole thing and save it into a JSON file. Right, I'm just going to create a new folder called temporary, right, and then create a new sample.json. Okay, this is the file that we are going to use. Right, just format it and it's already in JSON format. Okay, so that is the raw data, and we need to append these two pieces of information inside. So first of all, it's the template, and second of all is the issuers. Okay, so let's configure these two now. Right, yesterday we managed to host the template somewhere. Right, it is actually at chafta.tradetrust.io, this one. Right, so we're just going to make use of that. Okay, and from there we also have the name. So recall, what did we register in? Okay, we registered as index.tsx register template registry.register. I think we registered it as custom, right? So for this, we just need to follow the key that is used to register. Okay, of course you can change this to like COO. Okay, but then you have to redeploy that thing. Let's use custom first. Better name definitely will be COO, so make sure you get the naming right. But since we have already deployed it, I don't want to go back there again. So over here, just put the demo issuer, and then your document store will be the one that you have deployed earlier, which is this. Okay, and location is not this, right? So recall that we are using demo.tradetrust.io, so you can use like DNS Google to check it out. So demo.tradetrust.io. Okay, recall that it is using the txt entry. So see 997, right? So this is the one that we are going to use. Okay, 997 and then 83, right? This is the one that we have. Right, let's update the domain. Okay, so you can see like it is all set up now. We have the sample.json file. Okay, so at this point in time, what we really need to do is to wrap this file up, right, so that it's ready to be issued on the document store. So to do that, of course, you need the OpenAttestation CLI installed already. Okay, so yeah. So if you type OpenAttestation, or OpenAttestation.exe if you're a Windows user, right? Of course, you need the binary in the same folder, right? So what we are going to do is that we are going to wrap a directory of documents into a document batch. Okay, so it's as simple as OA wrap. Recall we are using temporary, so TMP, right? And then naturally you need the output directory. So let's call it temporary out. All right. Let's look at the command first. OA wrap. Okay, it says OA wrap raw document directory, and then okay, let's try that again. How does this work? And then you need a flag output directory as tmp out. Okay, perfect. Great. So you can see like this is the sample JSON, and it outputs of the same file name, right? It looks slightly different now. What are the difference? So you can see every value is padded with some kind of like gibberish, right? Actually it is a UUID and then a string, and then the type of the string itself. Okay. Other than that, you can see like everything is kept in the data object right now, right? So everything here is kept in the data object. It got a few things like what version of it is it using, like a signature scheme, right? And over here you can see like it says there's target hash, and it's the same as Merkle root. And over here you can see batch document root issued, and it is this same, right? So with this, now we can issue this on the document store. To do that, we need to go back to the directory where we have the key file. Okay, so same thing, OA, right? And this time around we are using a function in document store. So document store, right? And you can see I can do the issue, document store issue, right? And it says, okay, options. So I just need to fill in the options. Okay, so first of all I need the hash. So the hash is this one. Alright. Okay, so this is the Merkle root, and of course we have the network, but we are not going to change it because we want it to be issued on mainnet. After which we need the key file, right, which is f key, right? That's the file that I'm using. And also you need the document store address. If not, it doesn't know which document store to issue it to, right? And we actually have it just right here, so paste it in. Okay, that should be it. Let's take a look. Right, so it's issuing to this document store already. Yep, it's pretty fast. Right, waiting for transaction to be mined. So while waiting, right, let's go back to here. Okay, this is actually your trade trust file already. You can actually change the extension to TT just to signal to people that this is actually a trade trust file, right? Still waiting, right? So when that has been issued, I should be able to drag this trade trust file into tradetrust.io, and it should show me like that it has been issued by the right entity. So if we were to do it now, you can see that the document is not issued because we are still waiting for the transaction to go through. So let's just wait a while more for this transaction to be mined, and we'll try this. We'll try to look at it again. Okay, so while waiting, right, let's move this to, let's say, my download folder, because I want to show something else. Okay, so using the CLI, you can also do something known as the batch issue, right? Let's delete this first, right? So take for instance, you want to issue many COO at the same time. All you need to do is just copy and paste, right? Let's say this is the second one and it has a slightly different ID, right? Let's say rename to sample 2.json. Okay, so now we have two different COO, and if we were to run the command again, you'll be able to see that both of them has been wrapped, right? This one was the one that has the ID 98. This is the one with the ID 97. Okay, but yet they will have the same document root. So over here what we do is that we do transaction, we do like batching, and if you were to issue this Merkle root on the Ethereum, right, on your document store, actually both of these files will be valid at the same time. So you can use this for like any number of documents. In fact, like if you want to do 10,000 at once, you can also just issue one Merkle root and all 10,000 of them will be valid at once. Okay, so let's get back. Great, so over here you can see like the document has been issued, right? And if we put the sample.tt inside, you can see perfect, it's been rendered. And over here you can see, hey, there's a demo.tradetrust.io, and this is exactly how it looks like yesterday. All right, and yes, Yeah, so don't know why it's this there, it shouldn't be. Would there, yeah, because there is an attachment, right? Let's take a look. It was trying to render the attachment. Let's take a look at the attachment over here. Attachment, yeah. So previously, because we were trying to put in an attachment over here, that's why the data actually says that it's not supported. Also mainly because we didn't input attachment renderer over here, so yeah, we probably have to remove this first. So the attachment feature is actually coming up on Trade Trust. We will be able to download any kind of attachment soon, right? So for now, we just ignore this tab, but you can see like the certificate of origin is actually being issued. Okay, so that is it. This is how you can issue a document on Trade Trust, and this is like the production website. All you need is mainnet Ethereum, main Ethereum network ethers to get started. Okay, so yeah, really this is it. Okay, I think in the next video we are going to extend this slightly. We are going to change the template so that it can actually be used to obfuscate some of this data. So let's say I am the exporter. I'm the exporter, Treasury Wine Estate, and I'm sending this coup to the importer. But really, I don't want them to go to the producer directly, because then, well, I won't get I won't get my commission in between, right? So what I can do is I can on the client side actually obfuscate my producer so that I can actually send this certificate of origin to the importer, and the importer wouldn't know my producer, but yet they can see that this certificate of origin has not been tampered with. Speaking of which, let's try to tamper this. Right, so recall that we have it in the sample.tt, right? Let's open that up. So previously, right, this is the sample.tt. So let's say we are trying to change something within the field. Let's say instead of let's try to change maybe my exporter names, right? So I can try to pretend to be someone else, right? And I am someone else. Okay, so let's try to see if that document is still valid. Right, you can see immediately it says that the document is not valid and it has been tampered with, right? And if you were to change it to the original form, it will be fine. Okay, so this is actually tamper resistant. In fact, we do all these different types of check just to make sure that the document is real and it's coming from this entity itself. Right, so I come to the end of this video. Catch you on the next one on obfuscating.